How we doing? It's JJ.
So I've been tagged in a 3-ingredient cooking challenge. It's something that's doing the rounds in the bushcraft groups and that at the moment, and it's a great thing to do. And I've had to think outside the box because I don't have a front or back garden or anything like that at the moment. So seeing how the other guys have been pitched up in their lavus or with a tarp in their back garden and doing their challenges, I've had to think slightly outside the box. So I'm going to apologise about the noise because there's some traffic going past me just on the road. I'm in the car park where I've got my van at the moment. So this is my 3-ingredient cooking challenge. So let's get my firebox going. Come on. So it's a bit of a breeze. I've just put a lot of my tinder sauces and that in there at the moment, with some fuel blocks at the bottom, so that's why it's really raring away. I'm not going to be cooking with it that intense. I just need to get it burnt off. So I was tagged by a good friend of mine, Joe Elsey, and his channel is Joe's Outdoor Adventures. I'm going to tag everybody in this. So Joe Elsey, Joe's Outdoor Adventures on Facebook, he tagged me in that, and he tagged 3 of us to do a 3-ingredient cooking challenge. Now he challenged myself, my good friend Carl Hazard Hazard Outdoors, and Alexandra DeRocha, Be Outdoors. They've both already done their challenges and they've tagged their 3 people, and I'll get round to my 3 tags in a minute. But what we're actually going to do is I'm just going to let this burn off. That is really going at the moment. What's quite exciting for me is that I haven't actually been able to do my Firebox Friday in quite a while because I'm not going into the woods at the moment. You know, you're only allowed an hour's exercise. That will die down in a second. So yeah, I haven't actually lit the firebox stove in that in a while. The beauty of the firebox stove is it does really keep it contained. I'm actually using a cable reel drum that was left around the corner, so I've oiked that and I've got it on a nice cut down piece of an old railway sleeper which I use as a chopping block. So I've not actually used the firebox for quite a while, and I'm kind of excited about that because I'm quite well known for the firebox and getting out and using that, and I haven't actually lit the firebox now for about 6-7 weeks. So it's Friday, Firebox Friday. This video is going to go straight up today, so it's relevant. So we're just going to let that die down and that a bit, and let me just show you what my ingredients are. Right, so I've got neighbours looking at me, that's all right, I think I'm crazy. So my 3-ingredient cooking challenge, okay, I have got some scallops, okay, which I've already taken the muscle out of. I'm going to cut down some black pudding. Black pudding goes with scallops really well. And then what I'm also going to do is slice some apple. So it's just 3 very basic ingredients. You know, a lot of guys have actually done this challenge. They've done the obligatory steak, yeah, or a burger or something like that. Alex did an absolutely brilliant one. He did gizzards. I don't actually mind gizzards. I'll eat offal. And one of my other good friends and that as well, Wild Nester on Jason Calaz, he actually just cooked a whole mackerel with some nettles and something else over an open fire in his field. That was brilliant. So I've had to think outside the box because I don't have a garden. I didn't want to use the gas stove. I just thought van cooking, that's it, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to let this start to die down. I'm going to move this down. I'm going to use the cable reel to start prepping my bits and bobs. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop you up and pause, and then we'll come back in. Cheers. Okay, so I've just moved the firebox down, which is gonna get my TBS bore knife out, TBS knives. And first of all, I'm just gonna top and tail the apple. I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna bring that table off actually, because it's wider than the cable reel. So are we in there? Just take it. There we go. So yeah, just gonna top and tail the apple, and then I'm just gonna cut it into some slices. It's a bit of a beast of a knife for fine chopping, to be honest with you, but it will do, it will do. Maybe I'll just take one more little slice off. Lovely, lovely. There's my little self a rubbish bag. So yeah, I've had to think outside the box in what I'm actually going to do and how I'm going to do it, and I just thought, you know what, I've got the van, that will do the job. That will do the job nicely. Just going to get rid of the core. Could have brought a core out, but I couldn't be bothered. So that's starting to die down. We don't want too much heat, because none of this stuff actually takes very long. That'll do it. Just gonna pop that to one side on my tray. Black pudding. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I absolutely love black pudding. So what I'm gonna do is peel that away. Nice bit of black pudding. Just gonna slice this. So it's not everyone's cup of tea, that's for sure. There's my kitchen roll. It's quite handy having a van. Got a nice little cook shelf. Let's just clean that away carefully. Hygiene and prep is really important when you're cooking. Pop that back in. I'll clean that knife properly later on. Then we'll just pop that back in its pack. That's actually starting to die back to a nice bit of heat. Yeah, not too much. Really doesn't need that very much at all. How's that looking? I might just put one more block on, just to keep it going while I'm doing this. Yeah, just maybe one more block. So now what we want to do, get the oil, get my pan, a little bit of oil. Change from me being over at Hitchwood with the airplane noise in the other videos to being here and having car traffic, but in the lockdown period you've got to do different things. Okay, bit of butter. Get that going. I don't want it to burn for too long. How are we doing on timeage? Yeah, it's not too bad. So this ain't going to take very long. Okay, first of all, I want my apple. That heat should do nicely. So we're going to cook the apple for about 4 minutes until we are the apple slices are just nicely browned on both sides. So whilst this is starting to go, cars, I can't help it, cars. So whilst this is starting to cook away, the 3 people that I'm gonna challenge, who can I challenge to do this? A lot of my friends have already done it, so I think I'm gonna tag my good friend John Milthorpe from JSM Calder-bushcraft and camping. So yeah, JSM Calder, John Milthorpe, that's number 1. I think my second person, okay, is I'm actually going to get Josh Thomas, okay, so from the Great Outdoors TV Facebook group, okay, and I'm going to link all of these YouTube channels up on this as well. That's cooking nicely. Yeah, I'm just, ignore me, I'm locked down and that.
We're filming this.
They're filming me so they can get some pics. I'm being heckled by my neighbours. No, ignore me, guys. And that. If I had a garden, I'd do it in the back garden.
What are you making?
So this is like this is a firebox stove. It's an ingredient free ingredient cooking challenge in like bushcraft group. So I'm doing sliced apple, black pudding, and scallops, because black pudding.
That's what she just said, yeah.
Yeah,
it's all the scallops and the black pudding.
Yeah, and then just like slices of apple.
And you want to eat it all after?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've got a beer in there and all sorts, mate. And that's yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah, no worries,
Brilliant.
no worries. There you go, a bit of live interaction there for you. So yeah, JSM Calder, Josh Thomas from the Great Outdoors TV Facebook group, and I think my last one. Who can I choose? Should have thought about this beforehand. I'm going to choose Carrie Anson, okay, from Carrie Outdoors. I think I've got that right. So there's my 3 tags and that, okay. But I'll put all these in the description. So what we're going to do? Let's just turn the apple over. You don't want the apple to be too soft. Okay. Another couple of minutes or so. Just put one more block in, just to keep it going. So yeah, it's a little bit different from the norm. Obviously, I'd normally be in the woods, but do you know what? You're only allowed that hour's kind of. You know, the guideline is an hour's exercise at the moment, and this teaches you to actually do different things at home. And I say, with me not actually being able to have a garden or anything like that, just use the van. You know, you got the skills, you got the kit. Why not? It's something a bit different. Everyone else is in their garden and that, so let's have a bit of a different one. So yeah, the lockdown period kind of teaches you to work in a different way. You know, I've learned a lot of different skills while I've been sort of sat in. I've been genning up on my knowledge of wild edibles and foraging. I've been doing a lot more reading. I've been learning to sort of carve and craft and that. Not very successfully, but I've been doing it. But there you go. There you go. Right, let's just pop you on pause a second. Right. The apple's done. Just nicely browned. Just a little bit of softness to it. Nice. Just pop those out. That on there. Let's just heat that oil back up. Let's take the butter and the pepper off. And cover it over so it stays warm. Tell you what, firstly work doing this. I'm not going to drink this early on a Friday, he says. I think we're all drinking a bit more at the moment. Bit smoky that now. Can of the old speckled. Everyone know he likes a bit of the old speckled then. Black pudding. I love black pudding. It's quite a strong texture. It's not to everyone's taste, and I completely get that. Funny thing is, I don't really like white pudding. Don't know why, but I don't mind a bit of the black pudding. Might be a little bit too much oil in there. I'll soak that up. Just a little bit. That's better. So yeah, during this sort of lockdown period, it's been really interesting to see how everyone's kind of rallied round together, and I know people are going stir crazy. We all can't wait to get back outdoors and get camping and that again, but use this as a bit of a learning period. It's good to see a lot of my friends, you know, they're doing homeschool learning with their kids and they're teaching them about stuff. I actually want to do a little bit of a shout out now, and this is for Joey Wayman, my good friend Stuart Wayman from White Wild Camping on Facebook. Stuart's followed my channel for quite a while, and he says that his son Joey, who's 8-year-old, absolutely loves my channel. He's always asking his dad when my next video is coming out. So Joey, this is for you. I'm going to message your dad, and I'm going to send a couple of little bits down to you, okay? Because you've been really liking the foraging and wild edibles side at the moment, so I've got a couple of little things for you. Get your dad to get in contact with me, and I'll sort some bits out for you. And that's what you do: encourage and inspire and support the next generation coming through. So about a minute each side, not too long, otherwise it becomes just a little bit too coarse and a little bit too tough. Just gonna undo that. Not too big, it's only lunchtime, don't need to be going too mad with my food. Right, so we're going to put them aside to rest. Just cover over with a foil. Let's not break that one up, Justin. Let's get that back on there. Cover that back up, just to keep the heat in so it can rest. Right, this won't take very long now. Let's just have one last little bit of butter in there. There we go, nice. That butter, it's quite warm out today, it's up to about 20 degrees. Trying to keep clean, so I don't want my van being a mess. I actually clean the van out so it looks alright for this video actually. Right, let's just move that around. Just going to get that butter in there. Get the butter nicely warmed up, and we don't want it to, we just want a little bit of foam, and it's nice because it's got the juices of the black pudding and that in there. So now, there we go. Well, oh, stuck in there. We got enough heat to do these, might have to whack another bottle. Pepper, gotta have pepper, gotta have black pepper on scallops. Almost run out of flame. Just a little fuel block in there just to get it going. One last little bit of block of wood. Right, back on the cook. Scallops are very delicate, very tender in their taste, and the last thing you want to do with these is overcook them. Just keep that moving around. Get that sauces from the apples so you get the juice and the black pudding, and then the butter just foaming away nicely on them. How are we doing? Whoa, this will come close. Didn't want it to be too long. Literally a minute each side. Just until they go lightly brown. I like mine quite nicely peppered. So there you go, the 3 ingredient cooking challenge. Obviously I've used oil, I've used a little bit of butter, a little bit of pepper rather, and that's all you need. Just keep it nice and simple. I just wanted to do something else rather than the obligatory burger or steak, because everyone's done that. So yeah, I'm going to tag everyone that I've mentioned. Lovely, lovely, lovely. There you go. It's been great to use the firebox and that again. You know I love my firebox. There you go. Scallops, black pudding, apple, 3 ingredient cooking challenge. I'm going to get tucked into this. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch up again soon. You take care. Stay safe. Bye.